Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to ARK Survival Ascended, and today I plan on going ahead and trying to tame up a pair of Feroxes. Now, it's been a very long time since I've really tamed a Ferox. I never really was the biggest fan of them, and I'd like to go ahead and give them another shot just to see if maybe they're a bit better than I remember. I don't know. I just never really was a big fan. I'd like to go ahead and tame some and try and just see how they go. Now, unfortunately, these guys are pretty expensive to tame as they take a ton of element shards, or, well, element, I guess, in order to tame, and really the best way to farm element on Genesis is, as far as I know, by going into the Magmasaur Cave and harvesting the red crystals that are down there, which those don't exactly give a lot, so it is a little bit difficult to go ahead and farm a bunch of element, but fortunately, hold on, I just realized that I don't have any food. Let me quickly go grab some of that. But fortunately, I did go ahead and stockpile a ton of them over here, and I have enough for, that should be 107. I'm only going to make, I want to say, probably enough for 2 Feroxes for now. If we find multiple really good ones, then I'll go ahead and think about getting another one. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. I don't think I dismounted, but anyway, yeah. I just want to go ahead and team some of these guys up. Now, unfortunately, I haven't gone ahead and converted the shards already, but from what I remember, I am like 99% sure you can go ahead and convert them into element through a mission terminal. So we're just going to head over to the Arctic, and there should be a mission terminal I can quickly gain access to, and then quickly go ahead and transfer the shards. Alright, here we are in the Arctic biome, and yeah, should be a mission terminal right in the middle of the lake. So hopefully we can go ahead and get some good stuff out of that. I did end up going ahead and doing another one of those pirate outposts, by the way. I've actually done 2 more, and the loot you get out of them is really good. The first one I failed right at the end of the boss. Let's just go ahead and, yeah, there we go. We can convert them. While we're waiting for this craft, I'll go over the how it went. So yeah, the first one didn't really go so well as we saw in that episode, as I just wasn't prepared for it. I didn't really know what to expect, and when we got there, I also feel like that was a particularly difficult layout, as I've now done 3 of the different layouts, and I want to say that one has the hardest boss. I don't know about the rest of the fight. I feel like it wasn't too bad, but I've definitely learned some new strategies to go ahead and help deal with those. And while going ahead and taking the thumbnail for that one, I end up having to go into an alpha one, and apparently I think the difficulty scaling from alpha, or well, gamma to alpha really isn't that bad. Is the pirate's only level 150 as opposed to 300 like it was back on them. Now I have to manually, well, this is going to be annoying. As opposed to, level 300 like it was back on Lost Colony, so it should be a lot easier to go ahead and do those, and yeah, I might go ahead and try to do some beta and alphas just to see what we can get, but I'm definitely going to want a better Mega Raptor saddle, because so far I only have a primitive one, and apparently he's not fully healed. I don't know what's up with that. Are you? Okay, yeah, I guess we'll just have to give him a little bit to heal on his own. That's fine, we hope we won't need him. But yeah, apparently it's going to take me a really long time to make up all this element. So yeah, give me a little bit to make all this, and then I'll bring you guys back when we actually start the taming process. Okay, and there is our last piece of element. That is all we should need for now. I'm pretty sure it should only take 20 for a max level with my rates. Hold on, let me just make sure this isn't a good berry. Oh. Pretty good trait, though. I might have to come back for that later. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure where they were. I feel like I remember there being a cave around here. That's the best place to find them, but yeah, it's been a really long time. I mean, I don't actually know if I ever tamed a Ferox here in the Arctic. I know I tamed them on Gen 2, but I don't know if I ever tamed them here. But I do remember them being in a cave around here, so hopefully we can find that pretty easily. Alright, well, I guess that's one way to find it. Let's see, what do we have in here? Oh, right. I forgot that there's a lot of really bad stuff. Are they cave levels or, well, they're polar bears, so. Oh, we are dead. Yeah, yeah, maybe somehow I can get out of here. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Alright, well, I guess I'm dead. So, hang on. I'm gonna have to come back and get my stuff, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Alright, the entrance to the cave should be just up here. And, yeah, here we are. Hopefully they moved away from... No, they really didn't. We got Ferox here, though, and they're chasing me already. Okay, well, that's just great. Alright, looks like my armored doggo's... Alright, I might actually be able to... okay, he's trying to run back to me, so... I'm not sure if that's good or a bad thing. I'd like to keep him alive if I can, but at the same time, I don't think I'm going to be able to get in there without the bears being a problem. Yeah, I completely forgot that there were polar bears in there and that they have actual aggro range and are actually aggressive, unlike dire bears, which kind of aren't aggressive. You have to run into them for them to get mad at you, so... yeah, hopefully we can get in there and get my stuff back. And hopefully we can actually get to the point where we can actually tame a Ferox, but... Hey, how you doing? Alright, yep, we gotta run again. Alright, this may take a little bit longer than I was... Oh yeah, I'm gonna die here on the next bite. I don't think they can aggro to anything else, right? I'm pretty sure it's just survivors and their tames, right? I don't think they attack anything in the wild, but I guess there's only one way to find out. Honestly, I think it would be best at this point if I just let myself die. Because, yeah, my armored dog is going to end up just dying. Yeah, and, tanked it, I guess. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem. Well, I mean, there's two of them following me, so maybe the other problem is that I'm gonna freeze to death here pretty soon. But if I can actually manage to get up there and get my stuff back, seeing that they're all down here, I don't want them to all go back when I die, so maybe I could get up there fast enough if I'm really lucky. But yeah, mass stamina, and I'm not going to be able to regenerate because I'm so low health. Yeah, alright, hang on. Give me a few minutes, and I'll see if I can get it back. Alright, I came back with another Bloodstalker, and I'm hoping that I should be able to lead most of them away from my corpse, which should be right over here. There's a lot of Ferox in here, holy cow. I knew there were a bunch, but I didn't know there was this many. But yeah, there's the bags, and there's the bear that I need to get down here. Yeah, my armored doggo is going to be horribly dead. Yeah, there we go. But hopefully, I can get all the polar bears over here. With any luck, that means I should be able to get my stuff back pretty easily. It looks like he doesn't want to follow. That's not where I was aiming, but that's okay. I think I should be good to go back down. No, he's still right there. Come on. Head down the waterfall. There we go. Alright. Now we should be good. Right? I think that's all of them accounted for. Quickly head in here and hopefully... that is my parrot. That's me. There's my tide pup. And how long do I got? 13 minutes. Honestly, I think I might wait those 13 minutes out for my Tide Pup to come back. I think that would just be a good idea. I'd like to have it just in case I end up getting hit by a Ferox. So yeah, give me a few minutes for him to come back, and then we can try and do that again. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, let's try this again. Went ahead and crafted up some more shotgun shells, so hopefully that can go ahead and help us a little bit. Yeah, there's like at least 5 bears in there. Yeah, I think my best bet is probably just gonna be to try and get them to fall off the cliff, because I'd like to save as much of my ammo as I can for when we get inside the cave, because I'm sure there's gonna be more in there. Yeah, there's just so many of them, and it looks like they're actually getting stuck on each other. So let's see if I can get as many of them just down here. Oh, it's not good. Get me back up. There we go. Alright, how are we looking here? There's one. How much health do you have? Oh, they are nowhere near as tanky as I thought. They must just be straight damage. Well, if the hit rig is gonna be on their side, then maybe killing them isn't as good of an option. Come on. Come on. I can actually probably just finish it off with my Bloodstalker. There we go. Yeah, for whatever reason, the hit reg on Bloodstalkers is really bad, so not sure how killing them's gonna go. But we'll see. If all else fails, I did bring my Mega Raptor, so I could just pull that out. And if they're all just gonna be stuck there, then come on, and move, and move. Please tell me I didn't get pinned again. Okay, we're good. Bang. I missed. Oh, it's pinned me again. Yep, alright. Quick reload. There we go. Alright, one down. Alright, good to know. Bears are very good at killing Bloodstalkers. Apparently they can just pin them really easily. Let's see. That one should be coming right through this tree, I think. Really isn't there one. Oh. There we go. Alright. And do we have any others? Or are we good to enter the cave now? It looks like we're good. Let's just check all these Feroxes, because there wasn't this many back on Evolve, was there? Oh, 150? Good stam, that's not bad. The only problem is apparently back on Evolved, I didn't actually know this, but Ferox had a very unique way of stat distribution between their two forms. And I've heard that they allegedly changed it in Ascended, but I don't actually know, so yeah, I'll have to test that out. But unfortunately, breeding Feroxes is really difficult, as you need to get them to maximum element addiction, or at least you need to get the females, from what I understand. So hopefully that won't be too difficult. Yeah, here we go. This is the big cave that I remember them being everywhere in. It looks like we've got some bears over there. Just work on taking them out. Alright, with any luck, it's only those two. And it should be... Oh, come on. How did that not hit? Just try... There. I'm actually impressed to tank that. There, and then we'll just take the other one out this way. There we go. Alright. That should mean the area is clear. Right? I'm not seeing any bears, and I feel like they would have aggroed, so yeah, I think we're good. So now we need to go ahead and find ourselves our target. Okay, and wolves attack them. That's not good. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna hop off my Bloodstalker and hopefully I can actually hit things. Admittedly, though, I did want that one to die because it was absolutely awful, so... maybe, if we're lucky, we can find some other good ones in here, aside from just that one 150. Uh-oh. Yep, I kind of forgot about that. They have a chance to go into big form whenever they're around you. What level is it by chance? Oh, right, I forgot that doing this on a Bloodstalker is really, really hard and annoying. Alright, maybe we won't, and we'll just wait for it to be done with. Are we good? Can I hop down here, or is it gonna aggro and kill me? Okay, it's only 25, and it says it has no traits. Okay, 1 point in health. 1, 3, 2, 3, 9, 6. Let's go ahead and scan it now that it's not big anymore. But where to go? Alright, well, whatever. I think our best option is that 150, unless there's any over here that I missed. Well, there's bears I missed, so... probably missed a Ferox or two. Come on. There we go. And there we go. One bear. And number 2's over there. I'm not seeing Feroxes on this side, so yeah, they must have been all by the entrance. Oh, there's one. Scan. 145 female. Nothing ridiculous on the stats, but this is a really good spot to tame one, seeing that's all kind of by itself. I just want to quickly check, was that 150 a male? Because if we can get the perfect pair already, that would be great. Oh, let's see. Come on. Don't climb, I just need to walk through here. Did I get turned around? I did get turned around. Whoops. Alright, hopefully, with any luck, that was a male. I feel like it was. I could be wrong. Is there a bear? I think I may have seen... yeah, there's a bear. Is it just one? This could be a problem. Oh, it's too big to fit through there. That's good to know. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Mr. Ferox, is it you? No, you're 20 female. Can you not be right by me? I'm afraid you're gonna become big and it's gonna scare me. 95 male. I know there's a max level in here somewhere. I just need to figure out where. Baby direwolf. There was a max level in here, right? Is that him? Oh, there they are. And, oh, it is a male. Perfect. The only problem is, yeah, I need to separate them, so... let's start off with the female, because that one will be easier, and I'll have to find a way to pull the male in here. I might actually be able to just grab it with the Bloodstalker, but we'll see. Yeah, hang on, let me head back to that female. Alright, she should be around here somewhere. Is that her? 145 female. I thought I saw another one. Is that right? Or is it just her? Alright, looks like it's just her. So I should hopefully be able to simply just feed it. I don't know why it's running away from me now. Come on. You're not actually scared of me, are you? I want to go ahead and see if this works. There. Alright, yep, it's eating. Alright, and it's definitely large. but the taming is at 0%. Come on. Let me get up here. Alright, now, from what I remember, we should just have to wait for it to shrink back to normal size. And then it should hopefully get taming progress. Right? Alright, well, it's small. Okay. Oh, yep, there we go. So, should just need to do it again. What do we have? Oh. Well, that's something. What's the 150? Ooh, 30 in health. Alright, we're going to try this. We're going to go ahead. Oh, is this a mission area? It must be, and it's just not telling me. It's a no build zone. But it looks like I can I build over here? Because if I can go ahead and put the cage around one of them, then I can keep it away. Let's see. No. Can't build here either. Alright, that's not good. Another thing I did do is I brought myself some grappling hooks, because this is normally how people tend to tame these guys, because you can go ahead and just easily grapple up to the ceiling. Come on, get out of the water so I can feed you. Okay. There we go. Should just have to... Oh, I'm attached to the Ferox. Can I... This is a problem. There we go. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty much the gist of how taming these guys goes for the most part. You kind of just go ahead and feed it the element, or well, use element around it. And then normally you grapple up onto the wall or the ceiling of the cave, wait for it to go on its rampage. Once it's done, go back down, feed it again, and my Bloodstalker is attacking it. The effectiveness didn't go down, but its health did. I'm just gonna pick up my Bloodstalker, and if I'm lucky, the Ferox should come back. That, or I can just go ahead and reel far enough out. I don't think I can, though. I think it's too far. Yeah. Alright, I'll have to use another one. Hopefully it won't take too many of these, but there is some ledges that I can use the Drake Claw to get to, so that should be good. But yeah, this is pretty much how the taming method goes. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and continue this, and I'll bring you guys back if anything interesting happens, but for the most part, it should hopefully just be pretty smooth to tame. So, I'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Now that it's tame,
oh
I hope it stays.
Alright, well, that took one less feed than I was expecting, but there we go. We got ourselves a Ferox, and it looks like... Alright, well, stat distribution ain't great, but it's alright. And it looks like we have about 89% addiction from what it said. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go ahead and tame myself that 150 just yet. That took a really long time, and I don't really have the grappling hooks to do so. So I'll probably go ahead and tame it up later, just because I would like to see how breeding these guys works. But yeah, hopefully it isn't too crazy and difficult. But oh, I forgot about this. Okay, looks like they still can't fit through here. Oh, thought that one was gonna get me for sure, but there we go. All right, what do we have here? Both bad. So one, and I missed the air. Oh well. Yeah, but these guys take a pretty good chunk of time to tame, so yeah, I think for now I'm gonna hold off on taming that second one. I'll definitely get it eventually. I I still don't really know if I want to mutate these things. Definitely let me know if you'd like to see it. Their taming is just a lot of work, which is really my main issue. I mean, Element, don't get me wrong, Gen 1 is not... Uh-oh. Am I in trouble here, or... Yeah, every once in a while, the female did this during the taming without feeding it, and they just seem to be bugged right now. So I think I'm okay. But yeah, anyway, the taming on these guys takes a really long time, and while Gen 1 is pretty decent for Element, getting 20, it's around 20 on my rate, so I'm guessing that it's I'm pretty sure that the tame multiplier works. So it's probably around like 50 on official or something. And yeah, that's a lot of element for one of these guys. And I mean, that just would take so long in order to do. I mean, it's a pretty grueling taming method. If it was just a simple passive tame, except instead of berries or meat or kibble, you just used element, it's like, it'd be expensive, but the fact that I have to sit there for, I want to say that took me almost 20 minutes, if not longer. Yeah, I don't really have that kind of time that I feel like I want to sit down and tame more than one in a sitting. So, yeah, if I do end up mutating them, which again, please do let me know, because if it doesn't, people are really interested. I don't want to put myself through it, but I'm definitely curious. So if you guys are, then, the motivation would be great, but yeah, seeing that it's something that's so painful, I probably will only tame, like, one every once in a while, and I'll slowly work my way up to gain good stats, but I'm really worried because, and supposedly they changed some of this, but the interesting thing about the Ferox is obviously it has both the small and the large form, but apparently these stats are different, and on Evolved, the stats of the large form were randomly generated. They could not be bred, they could not be passed down, they were completely randomly generated, meaning that normally the best way to make a super powerful Ferox was to go ahead and basically just combine as many high-powered stats as you can to make the highest base level Ferox you could, because then it would re-roll the points whenever you got a baby, and then when you would go ahead and make it large, feed an element, and it would go into a large form, then it would randomly assign the large stats. Supposedly, in ASA, it doesn't do that anymore. I don't know if that means they have different stats in large and small forms, but the parents can pass both the large and small form stats, or if the stats it has in small form is the same as in large form, which actually, I can test that. All we need to do is simply go ahead and feed our little friend here, and alright, there are the stats currently. So let us see what happens when I feed it. Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that. This is also probably my biggest issue with these guys, is being able to use them gets really expensive really quickly. But you know, it's okay, because I do want to take this thing out to go ahead and cause some shenanigans with. So, we're going to go ahead and feed it, and that looks roughly the same, so my guess is that, yeah, it just keeps the same stats the whole way around. So the stats you have in small form will be the same stats as in big form. So it's been a really long time since I used one of these. I'm actually just going to go ahead and give it my helmet just for the armor, and yeah, it looks a little bit dumb. I'll need to figure out a really good helmet to work with this, but let's just see how much damage this thing does. Oh, not what I meant to do. But, yeah, one of the best things about these guys is just how fast their attack speed is, especially when they're at max addiction. Now, for those who don't know Feroxes, the addiction goes ahead and increases the damage, the attack speed, and damage resistance, from what I remember. And it scales with how much addiction you have. I think the max is 200% damage output, 50% damage resistance, and 25% attack speed, I think. It might be something else, I can't exactly remember. But at the cost of that, it also goes ahead and makes your transformation time smaller. Now, I believe I should be able to feed it another piece of element, And yes, that goes ahead and gives the transformation more time. So hopefully, I can go ahead and use that to go ahead and extend the lifetime on the large form. And hopefully we can go ahead and be able to use this thing as a really good way to hunt things around here. Yeah, the damage on these guys is pretty good, and I need to go ahead and reiterate, this is a really bad damage stat. 31 is pretty bad. And I think it's actually the lowest stat here, right? Yeah. So, yeah, they normally do a lot more damage than this, but of course, I mean, this attack speed is just insane. I mean, I don't even know how many times that's going to be hitting, but yeah, you can very easily take things out really quickly with these guys, and honestly, I never really used them that much, so I didn't really understand just how powerful they are. I didn't realize the attack speed was that crazy. My big problem with these guys has just simply always been they are extremely expensive to tame, and they are very expensive to go ahead and use because you need to constantly be feeding them elements. Now, on maps like Gen 2, where element is pathetically easy to get, that's not bad. But here on Gen 1, the only way to get element, as far as I know, is to go ahead and get it from either tech creatures in the lunar biome. You can make a tech farm using element dust, which actually, that may not be a bad idea. We should go ahead and try that out. Or by going and mining it in the Magmasaur Cave, which, of course, can get pretty dangerous. Fortunately, the Magmasaur Cave is a lot easier now because there are a lot less Magmasaurs. So, hopefully, it shouldn't be so bad to go ahead and run that for elements. But yeah, these guys just get pretty expensive, and yeah, if it were to transform back into its small form, because it's at 100% addiction, it would take 5 element for me to go ahead and make it morph back into its large form. And again, that just gets really expensive really quickly. So I've just always kind of been someone who never really enjoyed these things that much. It just seemed a little bit too gimmicky for me. But yeah, after remembering just how fast, I mean, that's just insane. So while you do need to be really careful, because they will go ahead and become pretty useless when they go back into their small form, they are really good for dealing a very large amount of damage in a very short period of time. And I also completely forgot, but they do have other attacks. They have this ground pound attack, decent AoE, and I believe it is, yes, the boulder throw, which does pretty good amount of damage and can damage stone structures, by the way, for those who need to damage structures. I don't really need that. But anyway, I think I want to take this guy out on one of the hunt missions here just to see how a base tamed good level could handle it. I think we're going to go for this one, because is it the closest one? Probably not. Okay, maybe it is. Okay, yeah, the hunt missions are just really far away. Let's see, where is this one? Wow. Okay, let's teleport to the east side, and let me just make sure. Does that... Okay, it fully resets the time. I didn't actually know that. That probably would have drastically changed my opinion on these guys if I knew it earlier. I'm trying to think, though, what helmet could I give it that would look good? Oh, I forgot to re-equip my chibi. Do I have... Yes, there we go. I could probably just use the vampire eyes, though. I am curious, does it override the glowing eyes they already have? It does. Never mind, it doesn't. It kind of hybrids the color, though. That's kind of interesting. I might be able to use that for some cool mutation color ideas, but yeah. I'll have to figure out something to go ahead and use this guy for, and... Okay, I guess I can't teleport to that side of the map, so hang on, I'm gonna have to run all the way over there. It's gonna take some time, so give me a few minutes. Okay, here we are at the mission terminal. I don't think I've ever actually done this mission before, so hopefully it's not too bad, but I mean, it's Gamma, so I can't imagine it'd be that bad. And it should just be Megaloceros from what I understand, and that's a cryo, right? Yep. Here, I guess I'll just... There. Just toss some boulders at it for now.
Fancy a hunt, survivor?
Come on. Stop it. Oh, and I'm frozen solid.
Will you look at that?
That's not good. Yeah, I guess give me a few minutes to go ahead and,
Over there.
deal with this thing. Come on.
this?
So I completely forgot that you can go ahead and use weapons on the back of this thing. That's good to know.
Huh, will you look at that?
Hopefully that one didn't have anything too good on it, and I completely forgot to go ahead and shut her off for this. Yeah, so I guess we're gonna have to listen to this all the time. I really wish there was a way to just turn off just all of these lines. The rest of them I don't mind, but the constantly talking during these missions definitely does not make them any easier. Fortunately, it looks like this one has a pretty low amount of tracks we need to find, and hopefully that doesn't become a problem later on. Collect them all just to be sure. And we should hopefully see it any minute now. Looks like we're probably getting around the time.
Scanner active. What's that over there?
And right up here in this clearing, I'm guessing? Right? Did I miss one?
Wait a tick, and I'll scan this for you. Huh, will you look at that?
Huh. That's weird. Did I grabbed them all, right? Yeah? Jeez Louise. I still cannot get over just how ridiculous this attack speed is.
I found something.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, Rhino. Let's go ahead and just hop off our transformation time. Alright, let's see. How much damage does this do? Oh, hey, Elemental. Oh, this has a lot more health than I thought it did. Fortunately, yeah, with this attack speed, it should not take that long. What level Elemental is that? How concerned do I need to be? Ow. Hurt. We're looking at 100. I don't suppose, does this do full damage? No, it does not. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, hopefully it shouldn't be too long till we find the gear again.
I found something.
Very interesting. I thought that...
What's that?
Do male Megaloceros have a bleed they apply? I feel like I've been hit by one recently and it went ahead and applied a ridiculous bleed that did like 20% of my health over 30 seconds, but...
Commencing scan.
Maybe I was wrong. Alright.
Let's have a look.
Uh-oh.
Scanner active. Commencing scan.
Come back here. Okay. Is it at least still large, or... Okay, it is.
Hold up, Survivor. What's this?
Is this normal for them, or... Normally Fear Roar doesn't kick you off your mount.
Let's have a look.
Why can't I hop back on?
Huh, will you look at that?
Do I need to be concerned? Do I have to feed an element again? Okay, no, it just will not let me hop back on.
Huh, will you look at that?
Alright, I'm really nervous to try this, but okay, I can't even pick it up.
Commencing scan.
That's a problem. That's a really big problem. Okay, so I can't even pick this thing up.
Huh, will you
But I also can't hop on it anymore.
I found something.
Yeah, I guess, hang on, I'm probably gonna have to wait for this thing to go ahead and shrink, which should take
What's that over there?
a few minutes, so yeah, I guess give me a little bit. Okay, so it's finally about to shrink back into its normal size. And what just happened? Okay. Back to normal. Right? Okay, also good to know, the helmet I had is gone. So I guess they don't keep the helmet when they shrink. That's not good. So I guess be careful about that, and also I guess don't get Fear Roared, because that completely bugged it out, so hopefully we don't have that happen again, but this should hopefully go ahead and return it back to normal, or well, I guess back to large form. And yeah, it looks like the helmet is still gone. Can I pull for it? No, so yeah, it is just completely gone, and there's nothing I can do about it. Alright, well, that's pretty unfortunate. Hopefully we don't have that happen again. But there's a lot of Utahs around here, so I guess I'll have to be careful. Maybe I'll avoid using these in the snow biome. Ironic that they're from here, but if Utahs are their main weakness, then maybe it'd be best to avoid it. Where's this next track? I mean, it looks like it should be just up here, but
What's that over there?
yeah, there's nothing up
I
here.
found something.
Did it head up this way? This is where I would think it would be going.
Huh, will you look at that?
Go back down. This could be problematic. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. There we go. I guess I just had to find a track that was quite a ways behind. I've said this before, and I'm sure I'll say it a million times again. I don't hate these missions, but the fact that you have to collect every single track where it just doesn't work drives me crazy. I like the idea of having to track down and hunt a really powerful creature. I like it as a way to basically have a boss that's a lot weaker than a normal boss. Gives you a chance to use some of the smaller creatures like Carnos and stuff that you wish you could use in a boss fight, but they're just not really strong enough. But unfortunately, with these missions, you just have to find every track, and that just makes it so annoying, especially if you're leading around a big army of stuff. It just gets to the point where it's just a massive pain. And I really wish that they just go ahead and have the tracks as a way for you to just track it down, but you don't have to actually collect them. Because sometimes there's just ones that are hiding that you just can't see. Like, I'm sure there's probably a bunch of them hidden somewhere in these bushes, but I can't see them. It's like, where? Oh boy. This could be a problem. This one has good damage, don't it? Ah, it's decent. That stamina is ridiculous. Oh, that was painful. 39 stamina on a rhino? Please forgive me. That was... I should have stopped and just tamed it. I mean, that's almost good enough that I'd grab the baby, but... yeah, doesn't matter. I don't plan on mutating rhinos here, and finally found them again. Yeah, it's just so hard to find them. I feel like every biome, I'd say with the exception of the ocean, has different reasons on why it's so hard. I mean, the bog, you have to look underwater and under all the plants, and here in the Arctic, I mean, they camouflage against the snow pretty well. Half the time there's snowstorms, which makes it really hard to see, and there's still a ton of plants, so it's just a pain to look through them. And there we go. We hopefully should be seeing the brute and all of its minions here pretty soon. Up, sooner than I thought. Yeah, this is just... yeah, a imprinted one of these with levels could probably solo beta. This is just madness. I don't think you really get anything decent out of this mission, though. I probably should have looked. But there we go. Saw riot. Gas mask. If that's a natural part of the mission's specific loot pool, that could be pretty decent. For the most part, though, it's like it's just garbage. Yeah, I don't really need any of that. But yeah, that's Ferox. I gotta admit, I used to be a major... I used to really not like these guys. I really did not see the appeal. But having used one now used one more than I ever had before, and more importantly, after having learned that I can go ahead and feed it element to completely reset its time, Yeah, I understand why these things are actually really good, and I mean, seeing how fast the addiction attack speed goes, yeah, this is, I mean, seriously, how many times per second does that hit? That's just insane. Yeah, I consider my position on these guys changed. Yeah, again, I don't know if I'm going to mutate them just because it's an utter pain to breed them, and it's pretty annoying to tame them as well. So, if you do want to see them mutate, do let me know, because any encouragement will definitely go ahead and help me commit to doing it, but yeah, I can't really make any promises about these ones. It'll all depend on how the stats go, how the taming goes, and we'll see if I do traits on them, if I do mutate them. I want to do traits on everything, but the taming of these guys is a little bit annoying. I'll have to see if I can find some way to make it a little bit easier. Maybe I can find a way to build a trap in that cave somehow that can make it easier, but... Okay, I selected ocean, right? Or am I just crazy? Maybe I'm just crazy, but yeah. Fortunately, we didn't really get a lot of XP out of that, but let's just see how much health did we gain. About 500 per level? That's pretty good, honestly. I could probably go to almost, I mean, almost 20k probably with my normal between 20 and 30 points, and then rest just go into damage. And of course, again, the damage on this one is really bad, so if I had imprinted with good damage, let alone mutated, I'm sure this thing would be utter nightmare to go up against in combat. So yeah, I'll definitely have to play around with them more. And yeah, if I find that I have the time, then yeah, I'll mutate them. So far, I feel like I actually am thinking about 2 mutations from every biome, with the exception of the lunar biome, just because the lunar doesn't have a lot of options. But yeah, I was thinking on grabbing Theries from the Arctic, just because Theries are a really good combat mount, and I need a boss killer. But yeah, the idea to potentially mutate the Ferox is also there. I mean, this thing could be interesting, and especially now that they seem to rework the stats, I'd be really curious to know just how good they be. And I'm also actually really curious what kind of kibble they'd give in the biogrinder, but I'm not going to go ahead and get rid of this thing. Unfortunately, yeah, I can't pick it up while it's large, so I'm gonna have to wait for it to calm down and become small again. And for whatever reason, yeah, there's 15 different instances of the taming tracker, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's really all I got for this one. Yeah, sorry it's a little bit shorter. It's the first episode of the week, so it always is a little bit harder for me to get into making them. I always feel a little bit unprepared, and I'm kind of working on other stuff right now, so I'm trying to drastically try to figure out what I'm going to record for this week, so it might all just be filler this week. I'm sorry about that, but I like keeping the schedule the way it is. I don't want to take out an episode a week just yet. I'd like to get at least 1 or 2 more weeks like this of 3 episodes a week, but yeah, might be a little bit shorter and a little bit more bland, but I'm hoping that relatively soon we can get something interesting. But anyways, that's all I got for now. So as always, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, farewell.